Hey guys, Nancy here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining me while looking to Hasbro's stock and the fact that the CEO is going to talk in about a day and a half. We're going to really see if they're going to be able to save this. What feels like a dumpster fire at this point, but we'll see. They could say a lot of things that could make a big difference. And this might be one of those opportunities where, I'm not going to say go all in or anything, but this might be an opportunity to look at the Hasbro stock and see if it has value, especially when everyone's fearful. It's not a bad time to at least get a bit greedy. All right, guys, if you like these kinds of videos, like and subscribe. I am trying a bunch of different videos, and some of them are doing well, which is motivating, and others are not, which I'm okay with because they're not really what this channel is mainly about, at least as far as what I normally talk about. But if you guys are interested in finance and all that stuff, let me know what you think, and if you're interested in more variations, then let me know down in the comments as well. So let's get to it. So first things first, how has Hasbro stock been doing after our update when Rudy called the bottom, at least short term? Now this is on the monthly, and I know that this is always going to be hard to explain exactly what's going to happen or what is happening, but what it's showing right now is the monthly is showing that it has dropped a lot. It is oversold almost. The RSI is still pointing to more downside, but it is also hitting a very important resistance, which is the 200-month moving average, which is usually pretty good resistance. But this is a big one. On the 1st of December to the end of December, this is crossed, or this red candle has crossed the 200 monthly moving average. If it ends the month underneath the 200 moving average, 200 monthly moving average, there's a much higher chance that the Hasbro stock will continue to go down further, and Hasbro will make further mistakes and further errors that will cause that issue. Now, the lead up to Magic 30, it seems that a lot of people caught on, especially with the interest rates going up for the Federal Reserve. A lot of people caught on and sold out of Hasbro stock. I know Rudy said that he has a price entry of around about $70, which means we still have another 13% for him to break, maybe even higher than that, 15%, for him to break even. If we look at the weekly is not doing well, but it is not testing the March 2020 low of $41. Look at that bump. Okay, and daily, which is probably the one we care about, what is it doing? It got rejected hard off the top of the 20-day moving average. And it is important to remember that while Hasbro CEO, Chris Cox, I forgot his name, Rudy was making fun of the name, but at the same time, if Hasbro CEO does come out and say things that the market likes, that doesn't guarantee anything in the short to medium term, because interest rates are still aggressively moving up. On the 13th and 14th of December, in about a week and a bit, the Federal Reserve in the US side will come out and increase interest rates by 50 basis points, and they will sound quite hawkish for future rate hikes. I'm sure of it. The markets are not liking that already because the Australian RBA came out and were pretty hawkish and raised by 0.25, and Australia has been a bellwether to determine what the future of interest rates are. Now, I'm messing up the two of them together, but you've got to remember, the reason why I cover finance in general is because the markets are behaving very similar to each other and are being impacted at pretty much the exact same rate based on what other things are going. The only thing that is seeming to survive is commodities, mainly because commodities are actual things dug out of the ground. And when everything got shut down, it stopped people from going out and doing the work, which then caused the commodities to spike. And then certain commodities are very much needed for manufacturing. So commodities have better pricing power than companies at this point. And probably for the foreseeable future, we'll have to see. So moving on, Hasbro stock is now in between two key levels. And we're going to have to see if on Thursday, Chris Cox can save the stock. What is he going to do? So announcement. So this is on Business Wire. Hasbro to webcast live fireside chat with UBS. Now, I'm not going to be able to see this because most likely it's going to be in the middle of the night in Australia. But you guys will be able to join in on this. I'm 100% sure that they may or may not get bombarded by questions, or he is just going to come out with a piece of paper that says what he's going to be doing. So okay. So there is the link for this. Actually, you know what? I'll see if I can actually put a link down below for people to join in, because it looks like the webcast will be recorded and available for future reference later. For those unable to, an archive for, okay, so 1 year we'll have the video and recording available. So what is he going to talk about? Not too sure. The Chief Executive Officer, Cynthia Williams, President of the Wizards of the Coast Digital Gaming, will participate in a fireside chat focused on Hasbro's franchise brand Magic the Gathering. Very specific. If they say anything like we are preserving, oh my God, if they say certain things in this meeting, it could have a huge impact. This is pretty much the Federal Reserve for Magic the Gathering coming out and saying something. So I think it's actually quite important, guys, that if you're interested in Magic, if you're wanting to keep an eye on this, this is probably one of the most important things. Don't prepare too much, I guess, in preparation for this, because there are no hints, there are no directions, but this conversation could bring a direction to the future of Magic the Gathering. And we're going to have to see what they say. Like if they say we're going to cut down products that we're going to release because we can see that it is causing issues with our player base, we're going to try harder to run standard, modern, and pioneer tournaments in local game shops. Like these are the kind of things I want to hear. We're going to make sure that we don't break the meaning and the understanding from the players of what the reserve list is. Don't get me wrong, I'm not heavily invested in it, and I doubt that. I'm sure that that's what Rudy would love to hear. But I'm just saying, these are the kind of things that'll have a huge direction. Maybe not in the next year, 2 years, but certainly after things pick up, after this recession or whatever we're about to head into in the next couple of months, things could have a really big directional pickup from what is about to be said in this meeting. And I agree with Rudy. I saw the video. It's been out for a while. This is probably one of the most important conversations and things that are happening in that Magic the Gathering news right now and probably this year. So highly recommend, if you guys can watch it, to keep an eye on it. Important to remember that in the last year to date, we've come from a top of $102 to, what is that, $60 USD for Hasbro, which is a drop of almost 40% exactly, which is insane. Crazy drop. Truthfully, I'm tempted to buy into this event. Is it a buy the rumor, sell the news? I actually think it's the other way around, because usually what happens is buy the rumor means the market goes up and then they sell the fact. In this case, the market's gone down for most of the year. If they say something that's even slightly bullish, we can expect a decent pop from this. Very, very important meeting for people that are interested in Magic the Gathering and Hasbro. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think, especially if you're interested in these kinds of content. Like and subscribe. I'm going to try to make a video a day and see if I can get some build-up of this going. It's not a bad idea to at least talk about news whenever I can. And once again, if you like these videos, let me know, and it'll help, at least as far as me focusing on a certain direction of what the videos need to be. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.